Well, you've heard that saying, practice makes perfect. In this next story, proof that practice can also help make dreams come true. 21 Alive reporter Meg Rossler sat down with a Carroll High School graduate who's made a rock and roll journey pay off.
Linda, Autumn Toth was born into a family of musicians, and perfecting her sound at Sweetwater's rock camp the past couple years landed her at quite the destination, one of the best music schools in the country.
I really just started music basically as soon as I was born. My parents are both musicians. They met in a band, actually.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for coming to the show. Autumn Elizabeth Toth!
She liked to rock and roll.
Raised on rhythm, built on bass. Carroll grad Autumn Toth found her groove early on.
I would do GarageBand on my dad's computer, and I would take the loops and I would make my own music, and he would burn it onto a CD for me to give my friends.
Piano, guitar, even a little bit of drums, you name it, Autumn tried it, even before she got to Sweetwater's rock camp a couple years ago.
But I've just never been so interested in anything other than music.
At rock camp, young musicians form bands.
How to write a song, what is it like to record in the studio? Maybe they've never performed before and this is their first time to do that.
Camille Zosky has directed rock camp for 8 years.
So when Autumn started, she started on keys and she was very shy.
I definitely wasn't much of a performer before I did rock camp.
Toth eventually found herself drawn to what she calls the backbone of a band, the bass. And it just felt right, natural.
I remember that was the scariest thing ever, but connecting with those people on stage and the feeling of playing an original song on stage, I feel just helped me get over that fear.
A couple years and 17 weeks of rock camp later,
I just applied to so many music schools and I got into all of them.
Including her dream school, Berklee College of Music in Boston.
I feel like my audition went very well, and I feel like I connected with those professors.
Acceptance to Berklee was exciting enough, and the excitement didn't end there.
But then I opened up the letter and it had a link and it was check to see if you got any scholarships. So I clicked on it and in the corner it said full tuition scholarship notice, and it was euphoria. I literally could not believe what happened. I ran to my parents.
A full ride to one of the country's most prestigious music schools.
Just to be a part of a very small percent of people who have gone down this path is such an honor.
Autumn, you are awesome.
And I got to hear them live and her band in there. The second the camera ended, when they stopped, I clapped and I was like, you guys are so awesome.
They really are, and she's so accomplished. I mean, the world is her oyster. She has so much ahead of her.
And she told me the second she gets to Berklee, she's already been talking to roommates and people that are out there that have released music. She plans to release music as soon as possible. I said, I'm going to say I knew you then, Autumn, before you release the music, before you become a star.
And you're lucky to be able to say that, because she will be a star.
Oh, exactly.
Thanks, Meg.